All right, and this is where we start. The black business, there you are. The black business is the built environment industry have united on a commitment to push for transformation in the sector. In fact, they've gathered at the Gallagher Convention Centre in Johannesburg for the inaugural Black Business Council in the Built Environment Indaba. This gathering serves as a platform for the public and private sector academics, researchers, built environment practitioners as well to discuss innovative ways to transform the industry. Human Settlements Minister Mmamoloko Kubayi is expected to deliver a keynote address this morning. But in the lead up to that, let's get you a sense of what to expect. Bring in our Katlego Legodi, who's live to us there from that venue and joins us now. And Katlego, it's important, of course, to talk about ways to bolster the work done by these businesses. What happened in the Indaba yesterday before we speak about what to anticipate for the day ahead?
A very good morning to you, Ayanda, and to our viewers at home. Well, just a reflection in terms of where the industry has been in the past 30 years. We see those role players just gathering here. Yesterday was day one of the Indaba, and actually the inaugural, day of the Indaba, where there was commitment as well from those that are here that this is something that is going to be held annually so that they can take stock of what has been happening over time. Of course, this industry being the one that is more or less touted as a champion of broad-based black economic empowerment, something that we've seen over the years as policies of government, but there have been gaps, Ayanda, over time, infrastructure backlogs, for instance, the construction mafia, the issues around also the registration of practitioners that are in this space, the delays in the registration and formalizing of those that are in this space. There are issues of procurement backlogs, issues of financing, infrastructure financing, those issues coming under the spotlight here. And yesterday we saw Minister Kalala give a keynote address. It's a marathon of those government officials wanting to solidify really their role in terms of building this built environment, issues of transformation coming under the spotlight. And today we'll see Minister Mmamoloko Kubayi, the Human Settlements Minister, just taking to the podium just in a moment, Ayanda, to give us a sense of what her department has been doing over time and how then it has been coming through to help professionals in this space, addressing issues of infrastructure. You know very well that housing is one of those issues that really come under the spotlight when you talk about infrastructure rollout in the country. So we'll see her take to the podium and interact with those that are here, but also to just give us a reflection of what came out of day one and what we can expect here in day two is the Deputy President of the BBC, this being Mr. Gregory Mofokeng, who will give us a sense of why really we find yourselves as black business practitioners, forming and coming together, uniting to ensure that really you transform this sector. Let's reflect about what happened yesterday and look at what we can expect today and the importance really of finding you meeting with the a private sector, meeting with the public sector and government and those role players and young professionals in this particular space. Welcome to the SABC, Gregory.
Good morning to you and to the viewers. It was very important for us to converge at this inaugural Indaba so that we can reflect as to where we come from for the past 30 years and to look at where the industry is and how do we then look at the way forward in partnership with government. As where infrastructure development is quite critical to us getting the economy back on track. And it was important for us to interface with our ministers, including the Deputy President yesterday, so that we can forge a way forward as to how we can collaboratively ensure that we can implement infrastructure in such a way that it can get the economy back on track and we can create the much needed employment in our country.
What has been happening in this space? What are the issues that really we see you inundated with as professionals here that you'd like also for government to come through just for you in terms of ensuring that your projects find meaning there on the ground?
There's been a variety of challenges that we have been confronted with as professionals and practitioners in this space. One of the biggest issues is that there's always been delays in terms of implementation of projects. And this is one of the issues that we've said to government, that as you launch this huge infrastructure program, we want certainty that these projects are going to be implemented and that we don't experience the same amount of delays that we've been experiencing over the past 30 years. The other very important issue is the funding of these projects. We know that we do have fiscal challenges, and as black business, yes, we are saying to government that we do have funding solutions, and we want to, again, partner with government to ensure that we can ensure private sector investment in the infrastructure space in order for us to expedite the investment and the implementation of infrastructure projects.
Today we see human settlements coming under the spotlight. Minister Mmamoloko Kubayi, any moment from now, will be walking into this venue behind us to give us a sense of what her role has been as government and the challenges that they've experienced in the past 30 years. How important is it that we really put human settlements at the center of some of these developments around issues of projects and infrastructure?
It is absolutely critical. As you know, communities must be housed, and this department is absolutely critical in ensuring that service provision happens to our communities. Again, we want to partner with government to ensure that all of those challenges that are besetting this department, the delivery mechanism of this department, we can play a very influential and positive role in that to assist government to roll out massive housing projects across the country. And also we will be looking forward to an announcement by the minister in terms of how far are we in terms of the establishment of the Human Settlement Development Bank, which again is a bank that will ensure that there is sufficient funding to fund developers and contractors in this space.
Sir, thank you very much for your time. Everything of the best for today. This event here, Ayanda, about to get underway. We hear that indeed the minister has arrived, and you'll see those professionals really gathering for today to also just take stock of the past 2 days and how then they would like to see transformation championed within this particular sector. We'll see also just breakaway sessions today and just panel sessions as well as they reflect on how they are affected by this particular challenges within this sector. We have women here in women in construction that are here. We have central private entity officials that are here as well. The Gauteng provincial, government is also here as well, trying to more or less take stock of how then they can actually ensure that these projects are rolled out to the people. But at the center of it all, Ayanda, is the delivery of well-needed services for our people through infrastructure development. And this is where then these role players here are lifting their hands to say they too would want to help government also help them in ensuring that these projects tend to find meaning on the ground. Ayanda, it's back to you in studio for now.
It's an all-important gathering indeed. Katlego, part of our team at the Gallagher Convention Centre in Midrand. Thanks very much indeed.